where voices cry but none can speak. In halls of whispers, secrets keep. We're here to break the silent streak. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. In every tear, a story's told. Every heartbeat's calling bold. With hands and spirits, we will mold a future where love takes hold. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow.
Hey everybody, how are you? Hey Jonathan, welcome in. I see y'all. How's everybody doing? Welcome in everybody. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. So we're back here on this wonderful Tuesday. We got the chat below. I'm Danielle, I'm your host, and we're back in action now. So Brenda, y'all, yeah. Look, gotta stop Gunner. Keep entertaining, you know. How's everyone doing, y'all? Hey Debbie, hey Jonathan, hey Brenda. So, what's going on out there today? Like, what's going on in the CPS world and in the foster care world? You know, I do want to bring something up here in Georgia. Okay, Georgia. They are starting to. Okay, so they passed the tort legislation, y'all. And here in Georgia, the bill, they signed it today or the other day. But let me tell you, oh, it sounds messed up. Oh no, you know what it is? Hold on, Brenda. Hold on. All right, there we go. I had to turn my fan off, y'all. So, is that better? How about that? Is that better? How about that? Is that good? No? Is that better, y'all? I don't want it to sound cracky, y'all. Let me know if that sounds any better. Okay, guys and gals? My audio, I don't know. It's not better? No? That's weird. What about now? That's not good. Is it still messed up, y'all? That's not fair. Let's do this. Hold on. Oh, so that was better? Okay. Good. All right. So now, all right. Thank you. Welcome in everybody. I see we got a couple Let me put some stuff up. So, look, y'all get me every time, don't y'all? Hello, everybody. Thank you, Marit Sixbine. Thank you. Welcome in. I see you, Miss Clearwater. I see you, Brenda, Debbie, Jonathan. Y'all must have missed me. Look, today, you see this? It's raining. We're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a good evening, y'all. Okay. So, you know, May 18th is coming, and you already know I'm locked in for that. So, who else is going to be there in Virginia with Tiff, Punisher, me? Brenda's probably going to be there. Thank you, Miss Clearwater. Hey, Debbie, Jonathan, and I got first. Okay, let me get back on the subject I was on before I jump back and forth. So, I feel like I'm new at this, and I've been doing this a while, y'all. So let's go back to Georgia. Okay, the governor here in Georgia passed a bill for tort legislate, like to limit the liability for lawsuits, right? So now I noticed, and I think they've already ended right now, like the legislative time has ended for now, but I think y'all, my hair is all sorry. Anyways, let's get back on the subject. So anyhow, the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, why are they wanting to touch that area of things? Why are they wanting? So what they're trying to push for is they're trying to say it's like they have to clean it up for more like the transparency part, and like I guess for police records and like the case, the notes, and like the pretty much it's ridiculous. Why can't they just leave stuff alone? Thank you. My hair is it's a mess, y'all, but I appreciate y'all very much. Look, I tell you, it's yeah. But so first the governor here wants to do a tort, the tort bill, of course, for to limit the liability of like when you sue people, or when you sue, like, of course. Hey y'all, what's been the biggest issue nationwide here in the US? Child welfare system, right? Foster care. I mean, if he didn't, if the governor here in Georgia didn't just tuck his tail and run, that's pretty bad that he wants to sit there and cover. I can't say that that's anti-const. Yes, and to limit the FOIA is a form of censoring. Yes, Jonathan, and also with the FOIA, think about the tort legislation that he's put in to limit the state's liability, and when they get sued. So, and that pertains to child welfare services, DFCS, and I don't know if any other states done that so far. Lord have mercy, goodness, y'all, my hair is all over the place. Has any do y'all know of any other places that have done that? Like the tort legislation or anything like that? Because you're right, Jonathan. Censoring. Why are they wanting to censor? Because I usually sit in the hearings for the House of Representatives here in Georgia. Well, today I just decided to go and watch some of the Senate side. And when I tell you the things that they're talking, the Senate, it's like the Senate here is more tougher than the House of Representatives. So, but my thing is why are they wanting to hide? Why are they wanting to cover? Why tuck their tail and run? Face it. They need to face it. Like, these are our kids they're picking on, and did they really think they were going to keep getting away with it for a long time? No. Anybody know any other states that are doing this? Like, I know. I mean, I think Georgia's about the only one, right? So if they're wanting to touch the FOIA, if they're wanting to dive deeper and clean it up, what more could they clean up? Can y'all say it? It's I forgot what bill it was. I think it's Senate Bill SB 12 or 11. So they're wanting to clean up the Freedom of Information Act. like for the transparency, and they're wanting to like limit what we can, like the custodian of the records, you know, they want to limit what they have to let the person that's requesting it get. And this goes for police records, arrest, case information, notes, the communication between the officer and maybe the tort needs to be taken to court and sued and sent to Trump and Elon. Right. And Jonathan will be, yeah. Because I cannot sit here, and it makes me, it disturbs me that this is my home state. And I'm going to have to say that this is the only state that I know of that's wanting to tuck their tail and run. They want to sweep it under the rug and say that our concerns are reviewed and satisfactorily resolved. Well, I can tell you right now, how many of y'all have went through the CPS nightmare for more than 2 years? For the parents out there that are just getting in, that have been faced with this nightmare, don't give up. Don't let them bully you. Don't open the door. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to do all this. They will tell you things that sound so great. Don't believe them. They're not there to be your friend. You know, the system was built. The court is lied. Oh, Debbie, what's going on with that? How's Chris doing? And what's going on with the baby? Add your Georgia governor to it too. Right, Jonathan, right. And you know, I'm going to say, when my son first entered foster care in 2022, they were the caseworkers here and stuff, they were complaining about being overburdened with cases, blah blah blah. Well, guess what? They all got raises. They get more money for their pay or whatnot. And I'm talking, it was a good chunk of change. Like it made me sick, honestly. I mean, and I can say that. I mean, because it is. I just don't understand, like, why reward them when hey, Spanny, welcome in, girl. Thank you for joining in. They want to oppress us, right, Jonathan? Right. So my thing is, I know we hear about Maine, we hear about Texas, we hear about let's see, California, we hear about Tennessee, we hear about Virginia. What's up, Georgia? Governor DeSantis, don't get me started. Right, Brenda? Right? Does anyone here know when I have the best economics starts? When is it? Trash Channel, welcome in. How are you doing? Does anyone know when I have the best economics? I know I don't. Sorry. When does it start? Do you know? Thank you, Spanny. Thank you. So don't worry about my teeth, homie. You'll be all right. Bye. We don't trash talk in here. Sorry. And don't worry about my teeth. It's not the part of my show. Okay. So it's okay. Bye. The social worker knows what is going on with John. It has talked to the therapist. They won't even talk about what is going on. So they won't talk about nothing that's going on. And you know, this right here is what, like, because I know, like, Cash Patel is not up there worried about my teeth in my live. So whoever this is, this troll, bye. Don't come in talking about anybody in me or anybody. Okay, that's unacceptable. That's not cool, and we don't need that here. Okay, so my teeth are mine. Whatever teeth I have left, how about that? And also, you know, it's called being in an abusive relationship in the past. There, homie. So hey, and you know what? I'm still a person, and my life still matters, and so does yours. So hey, you know, just don't try to start things. Don't do that. Okay. Thanks, FBI. Thank you. And because I know you need to do better, buddy. Do better, whoever's behind that name. Okay? Anyhow, look, my teeth are my teeth. And, whether I have all my teeth or not, it don't matter because it don't matter to anybody. It ain't. They do it to get a rise out. Right. It's called trolls and haters. You know what? Let them. Haters going to hate and trolls going to troll. You know what? Are you going to pay for me a dentist, hun? Because I would love for you to. Because I'm broke. I would love a new grill, any day now. Are you going to do that for me? If not, get on, please. Thank you. I mean, like I said it nicely a minute ago. I don't care. You can tell me all day long that I need a dentist. You need to get, you want to come on the show? That's a bunch of idiots. So, oh, girl, look, they don't hurt my feelings. They can come here and talk about their farts. They can come in here and talk about anything. You know what? I am still me. And it's the ones like that are miserable with themselves that have no life. Right. This is how you can see that a person is being oppressed. Right. Jonathan, I do have haters. And you know what? Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. I do. And, I would love for these people to come on the show. The ones that sit there and hide behind a screen. I'm right here with my face all on this. Hey, I'm right here. Whatever you got to say, we can chat on a screen, or we can chat, period. But let's see face to face, FBI. Let's see. They don't have a life. We have I'm sure you do. You do have a life. Well, I'm breathing too. Anyhow, bye, friend. Bye. You are, we don't need the negative Nancy here today. No offense to any Nancys, because I promise you, you want to come, would you like me to send the link to you can come on the show? Because, come on. Anyhow, screw my teeth. You know what? It's called health problems, and I've had 4 kids, and yeah. And I'm also a recovering addict, my friend. Have you ever been down that road? Don't judge me. Go on. Bye-bye. I love it. I love stalkers. I love haters. I think so. I think everybody, we should get FBI on the show. No, you need to make an appointment with me, buddy. Come on now. Don't leave. No. Honey, if you can pay for my appointment, I'll show up, I promise. Because otherwise, don't tell me how to run my life, okay? Bye, buddy. Anyhow, y'all, so let's get back on. These people can get on here and they can hate. I've been, my mama used to tell me, y'all. She said, there's a post on her Facebook. I bet, Jonathan, get them going, y'all. Everybody just go subscribe to their channel. Let's see what's up. I hope they subscribe to mine. Yeah, that reminds me. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Y'all hit up the show, Let's get some likes out there, and let's get it back in the algorithm. We were doing good there for a minute. Show your face. Oh, I will after the show, I'm gonna go see what's up. Hi. Can I have another? No Diet Coke there, buddy. So bye. My sister gave me gonorrhea. Bye, y'all. Y'all are pathetic. Get on, please. Take it somewhere else. We are talking about child welfare services here, the child welfare system, and we are sharing our stories about our children and other parents that have had their children removed. So will you please take your negativity and go somewhere else, because it's not going to work here. And if your sister gave you that mark, I am so sorry, but definitely, like, FBI, make you an appointment, honey, okay? Get that checked, because that's not cool. Girl, they come in every day, Spanny. I love it. So, thank y'all. Thank you. They blocked you in the chat. Let's see. Let's see where they're at. Hold on, y'all. Because let's see where they at. Here's one. Here's one. And here's 2. So, y'all, this is I could put them in timeout. They can go in timeout, you know. But we're not gonna have. We don't need to put up with that. Nothing but knives. Oh, negative. I don't like doing this to people, but it is what it is. You are welcome to. I know, right? They can come visit any day, right? So y'all just ignore them. They're nothing. They're just keyboard warriors. You know, I call them keyboard warriors, and it's not something. Don't let it mess up your day. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't gonna mess up mine. They blocked Brenda, but this is Brenda. You're a mess. You know, I did block them from the YouTube. So I don't know how they got in from YouTube. It had to be. So look. So let's get back on this our main focus. People like that don't even get it right. You know, after being in this battle with CPS, y'all, the area that I struggled in before, which is I used to let things bother me, okay? You know, words, you know, I did a little clip on my YouTube channel, and it's on my TikTok. Words can be powerful. Words can be very good, like, and like motivational and just uplifting. And then words can also be very hurtful, demeaning, and painful. You get what I'm saying? It can, you know, because like I said, my whole life, all I have in my word, is my word. My word's my word, you know. You know, y'all know that I have a history and I'm a felon. So, you know, that right there, like going, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you about the job today. So, but I was always automatically had a label on me. Like I was already labeled as, oh man, this is, you know, and I've always had the mentality that when I go to these job interviews or a job, I'm going to have to prove myself. That's just how I've always thought. And I've never had an issue with being able to get a job or being employed. And I was actually had some decent, well-paying careers and jobs. My main one is I work outside. I do surveying. I do usually with like the Department of Transportation. I love it. I love the outdoors. But when I was working doing bridges, I was the field engineer for a paving company, and I had a coworker, and it was great. Like we were made a good team. And then my mother passed. So that kind of I took time off. I'm not gonna say didn't take time off. It was just I had to. It happened because everything come down at one time. Like when my mother's passing, it's like one thing right after another. It was like a domino effect. It's like boom, boom, boom. You know, has CPS let you down or someone you know? Yeah. Hi, welcome in, Stephen. Yes, very much so. Um, have you been let down by CPS, if I may ask? And that's what we're here to talk about. And also to talk about like just, you know, we share our stories and we just, you know, it's just I just lost my train of thought, y'all. Here we go. My squirrel moment. CPS has let us down. They've let a lot of parents down and families down nationwide, Stephen. But and I do know others, everyone probably in this chat. Hey, Albie, welcome in. With me, they are violating world law, the Magna Carta. Right, Jonathan. And hold on, y'all. Let me get this. Oops, Jonathan. I don't know what it's doing. I'm trying to get your thing to show on the screen. So clarify what you mean, Jonathan. Why is it reloading? Am I frozen, y'all? They should be trespassed from the world. Yeah. And Google Samuel Westall net worth, darling. Oh, is that Samuel Westall? Hi, Samuel. Welcome in. Who are you, if I may ask? Welcome in. I'm glad that you're here with us. Y'all know? So my name's Danielle. I'm gonna Google that. I don't know what I'm. So have you been let down, Stephen and Samuel? Have you dealt with CPS or foster care or a friend? And if you haven't, hey, welcome in. You're more than welcome to stay for the show and learn the systematic failures and the hidden secrets within the foster care system and the child welfare system nationwide. I'm sure somebody in the chat will be more than happy to share their story. If anybody have any, Jonathan, you have any good or any new, like with we just passed April 20th, martial law, Insurrection Act. Haven't I haven't really been keeping up with things because it was a very eventful weekend, and I had to stalk somebody. Gunner. I'm just kidding, y'all. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's Gunner's a mess, and it's fun. I love the shows, what we do together, and with Punisher and everybody. It's great. Like, we have fun. We do. So Samuel, let's go. So tell me what's up. Anybody got anything? Like, what's going on? What's going on up there in Canada, Jonathan? And anybody else have any states that are in the U.S. or even it could be overseas that have passed a bill or anything? Hi, Louise. How are you? Has passed a bill or anything to put like a cap on tort, like lawsuit, like holding these people accountable? Could you imagine? There's gotta be a way to, and I mean, I don't know what he's wanting to prove, the governor here, what he's wanting to prove by cleaning up. So we also look after this, fill up inbox. Yeah, like we make a, I wish more parents people know have an ex as other people, like from some people down, like, I have it, my ex. But okay, here we go. Stephen, thank you you are right. That's correct. Some people have been helped. It's not necessarily the system. It's, you got bad apples in there, but it's so, how can I say this, hun? It's so, oh, am I breaking up again? Oh, sorry, y'all. It's gotta be my connection. Is that better? So I'm good, trying to figure out where to file so these people will do something, right? Everybody, we gotta come. The storm is coming this way too. We gotta come together on this. Like, everybody's gotta come up at the same time, and it is getting like dull here outside, y'all. But Samuel, what did he say his name was? Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Westall. Okay. I don't know who Samuel Westall is, but I don't know why I want to look up his net worth. I don't really want to. He's Are you in the UK, Samuel? Are you in England, United Kingdom? So Stephen, y'all see, okay, so Stephen, welcome in, and I thank you for being here with us and sharing with us. All right, so, wow, Albie. Wow. So they've all followed. Oh, wow. See, look, I need to like venture out and stop isolating myself to just Georgia. Okay, Spanny, thanks for coming in, love. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, we would need something in place if we abolish it. Right. So what about reforming it? What about changing, like making the changes that it needs? I mean, yeah, maybe but it needs to be, reformed from the ground up. Like, it's got to be, it's this so I want to clarify, Stephen, that the help that you say these people have got, can you specify, like, can you tell us what kind of help, and where, like, was it with, did they get the kids back? Was it reunification? Was it services? And how long were their kids in foster care? Did they get the kids back? Did kinship, our relatives, get the kids? How long were the kids in foster care, if I may ask? Sorry, I've because Stephen, honestly, it's not every day, and it's not very often we hear success stories. I have to say, in the state of Georgia here, the reunification numbers have declined 64% in the year 2024, and that was just in 1 year. And I mean, the numbers were. Thanks, Fanny. Hugs to you too, hun. But and it's just so, it's so, like, they're so complacent with it. Poverty should not be a reason why kids should be removed. There's, I mean, they're not even exhausted in the reasonable efforts. They're not even trying to, and I don't know where you're from, Stephen, or where these success stories are. It would be nice. Are they in the same area, or is it just nationwide? Or if you can fill us in, that would be awesome. But yeah, abolishing it, we would have to have something else in place. Yes, that is understandable, and I do understand that totally, and I thank you for sharing that with us. Stephen, a lot of us, and I'm sure you are familiar with what's going on with child welfare services and system, nationwide, all over the United States. But there's more. Due process is a big thing. The violation of our 14th Amendment, our due process rights, a fair hearing. And is foster care even necessary for a majority of these children that are being placed in foster care? Is it necessary? Because they have to have that determination for the federal funding. So is the investigations done right at the beginning? Is there, because I can tell you, from my personal, not like from the knowledge and the research that I've studied, it's a lot of these cases that have been investigated should just be, they should have never been opened. Poverty should not be a reason to take for neglect for a child. Not having enough food, that's why their services, they got resources. CPS has resources to strengthen these families, to build them back up, to get them back to where they can provide for their family again in that safe and stable environment. And so why not get them food instead of taking the kids, things like that. There's kids out there that are in imminent danger, and they overlook those. There's a lot of these stories about these children being hurt or unalived, and that's, it's happening too much here lately. It's not these kids being put in institutions, detained, isolated. My son is one of them. It traumatized my son. He regressed horribly. He already went through losing my mother. Okay, my mother passed unexpectedly. Okay, I'm taking a wide talking. Okay, and terrible neighbors who shouldn't be near any children. Okay, so you've had a experience with both sides then, like the bad parents, the parents that should not have their children, and the parents that their kids, they need help, and then the friends that did work and got their children back. So you've had a wide range, not the friends. I'm talking a wide range. So, but your friends are okay to be near the children. So you've had some good stories and some bad stories, like from personal experience with the people that you're relating with about. Okay, cool. Okay, so on your, from your perspective and your view, Do you think that what do you think the child welfare system needs to be reformed? Do you think it should be well, like you said, there should be something else in place. Yes, I agree. Do you think it should be abolished? Do you think where do you think it needs the most attention? Like, where does total reform caps the amount that can be awarded to a plaintiff? It's civil wrongs if jurors can award, for example, $1 million in damages. Oh, wow. So tort reform caps it at 400,000. Wow. So if they get a million, if they order it for $1 million, it's only going to be given. Oh, wow. It does near, yeah, it does. And you're right, Stephen. There is some good, and the experience I've had with the ones that were actually doing their job, or well, doing what they chose to do in this career, and going by the correct policies and procedures, they no longer were involved with, like here in Georgia, I had a caseworker, amazing person, amazing woman, and I saw her twice and that's it. Like, and she was, and if I don't understand why, and they did it recently too, again with another one. Like, why get rid of the one, like when you actually start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and that yes, this is great. These are people that are not biased, and these are ones that are actually they love their job. They are enjoy what they do. They're here to help and do what this system was built for, to strengthen families, to promote safe and stable families, to keep families together instead of dividing them, instead of taking these removing these kids. Instead, they would provide services, like I said, to strengthen these families, to get them back to wherever they grow weak in, that brought this on, So, right, red tape. So it does need reform. And what area do you think it needs the most reform in, if I may ask you, Stephen? Anybody else and everybody else, y'all can put your answers in too. We all can chat. I'm here to listen to everybody. So everybody that's here with me watching, what area do y'all think in this child welfare system, foster care, does it need the most work? I mean, the whole system does, but just, we're just going to get a feel of everybody's answers and where everybody stands with this. Where do you think the most attention needs in the child welfare system? What area? I'm asking everybody that. So, red tape. It needs a lot of what do you mean by red tape, Stephen? I'm sorry. They definitely need to have more, and it's sad that nobody likes to be micromanaged, but these are our kids, and these are families that are going through things. I mean, like I always say, these are real stories, real families, and real children going through unimaginable pain, trying to navigate through a system that's broken. Because some of these caseworkers are not telling these families or these parents what they need to know. And that's where I believe that in the child welfare system, that the caseworkers are taking advantage of that area, and they're not doing that. So these parents, all they're worried about is getting their kids, getting reunited with their children, getting their family back, trying to navigate through this system that's definitely broken. I mean, we all know it's definitely broken. From my experience, let me tell y'all, let me just share a little bit what was I saying? Okay, so in 2011, I asked my family for help. I got in some trouble, and I didn't want my kids in the state's hands. So I could not. Unnecessary paperwork. True, so true. And yes, and if they would get rid of the mandated reporters, the people who make reports to begin with. That, yes. And what about like anonymous callers and stuff? I believe that we should be able to face biggest problem with autism being thrown into abusive institutions. Okay, everybody, here we go. So unnecessary paperwork. So like definitely, Stephen, the paperwork would definitely be a plus if they were to get downsize on that, because there's no reason for all the paperwork, and it's just a waste of time and taxpayer dollars, when at the end of the day they can, I mean, more papers wasted than what they write on, I mean, there should not, okay, how can I say this? Paperwork, they need to mend their moral compasses first off, right? I believe that if they're going to hire these people, they should have either experience, maybe child welfare systems before, really hardcore schooling, like definitely licensed before they become a worker, a caseworker or social services worker, or anything like in that field, in that type of career, because anonymous calls should not be acknowledged. Right. And hearsay, y'all. They should definitely do their investigations. Understandable. If they get a call, they should definitely look into it. But if they go out there to the house and it's obvious that there's nothing wrong, I mean, you can usually tell most of the time. Well, no, I take that back. You can't really tell. Because people can put a mask on, like when they say put their game face on. So we got institutions in isolation. There needs to be more transparency with like, what is it? The residential treatment facilities. There needs to be more transparency with the abuse that's done that is going on in these facilities. There needs to be definitely more oversight on the residential treatment facilities, because these kids are able to. I'm from England, but living in Spain, social service is not much better in England. I've heard that, Stephen. I've heard that. And in the UK, and Wales, I think it was, and they said, my friend is in the UK, and she said it's just horrible over there. And I believe we have someone in our chat that's from there as well. But I know we have Jonathan's up in Canada, and I believe we have someone else that's from the UK. I don't. Miss Clearwater, is it you, or is it are you in Alaska? They shouldn't get paid any more than minimum wage, right? More accountability of these institutions. Look, well, thank you, Christopher. They definitely need more accountability. They need the judges in these cases. Anyone that has the mentality to commit anything towards a child or family needs definitely to be held accountable. Because think about it, y'all. If they try to find abuse on us, or that we abuse our children or neglected, you already know that they're gonna file whatever they can to get us held accountable for that, right? Well, if they're out here fabricating evidence, making up stuff, false hearsay, and making it out to be more than what it is, and when it was never anything to begin with, that right there, if they falsify anything or fabricate anything in a case to try to take someone's children, they definitely need to be held accountable. And this bullying thing that they do, I don't know why there's so many of them that don't see what's going on here. I had a caseworker, actual worker with CPS in Virginia, tell me, she said, Danielle, I'm afraid that in this career or whatnot, she's like, they often overlook, she's like, they don't tell the parents. These caseworkers are taking advantage of the fact that they're not telling the parents what they need to know to get through. And that, when I Okay, Miss Clearwater. So there you go, Stephen. We have Miss Clearwater right here from Scotland, and they're brutal on the newborns. That are a premium for forced adoption. Did you know that, Stephen? In Scotland. So y'all, this is a worldwide ish like nightmare. Think about it. Forced adoption, y'all, in Scotland. Y'all see what Miss Clearwater said? Y'all see that? Newborns are a premium. It's like it. So do they have like in the Miss Clearwater overnight like they're window shopping or something? I don't ever want to think that these people, there are good ones, don't get me wrong, there are, but there's bad apples than there are good ones. And parents, if you're out there and you're going through this and you know, don't be afraid to speak out. Your voice needs to be heard. Speak out and do it for your children. We are being heard, it's being looked into, but they need to stop taking children. They need to work on the areas. Instead of placing kids in foster care, they need to build these families back up. Because think about it, the pandemic hit, and then all of a sudden the struggle was real. Like, I mean, it's just everything started just going like down, and it was getting so deep, we couldn't get back up, y'all, you know. And I know everybody felt that. Everybody. We're better than that. We're better than letting anyone walk all over us. We're better. We're powerful. We're unstoppable. We're not broken. Okay? They might want to silence us. I got a big mouth. 1,300 acres burned already in Jersey Shore. Wowzers. What caused that? Facts over lies, and welcome in, hun. They need to stop breaking the law under 18241 and 242. Yeah. What do y'all think about that? So when CPS is hey, little Johnny is at such and such address over here in the great state of Texas, is you know, his parents are in and out of the house all night, and little Johnny, the mom, you let something like when it's a 4, 5, 6, at any child that's unoccupied and the mother could leave, because I know that in the past there have been cases like that. And the children, like the mom, there was one, the mom left and went on a cruise or something, like, and I think it was 12 days. What's up with that? What's up with that? Why would you leave a child by themselves for your for you to go have fun, your pleasure, whatnot, and that child cannot provide or take care of themselves? I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but this was a child. I mean, I couldn't do what? And it's people like that need to, they definitely, they don't need a child. A child should be nothing but happy, healthy, smiling, playing like a child should, growing, no responsibilities, no worries, no stress. Just a happy-go-lucky little kid, you know, and growing up with his friends, his or her friends, playing on the playground, you know, like the good old, like I call it the good old days. What's going on with our time and now? Like, I know everybody's in their, like, a lot of people are in their feelings nowadays. Why? You know, my papa would look at me nowadays and he'd be like, "Girl, what are you doing? You act like," he'd tell me I act like a sissy. I do want to give a shout out to my daughter, my youngest. Well, let me give both my girls a shout out. All right, my oldest, y'all. I do want to jump off the subject here real quick. I'm sorry, but my daughter is about to graduate. My oldest, the one that was bringing awareness to horrible parents, which I have not. She hasn't commented since those comments on TikTok when she said that that I should have never signed full custody over, which is definitely, I never did that. I never signed full ever. No. So ever since that comment, and I believe that was her way of expressing herself, and because it hurt her, I believe, when she was told that. So, oh man, your neighbor did that, Stephen? Wow. How old was the kid? Did CPS get the kid? See, that's the kind of situation that kids, definitely, that would be a kid in danger, That's just horrible. I'm so sorry. Ugh. Did they end up taking the child? When they get paid to take kids, they shouldn't get paid to put families back. They should be paid to get families back together, right? Instead of dividing families, they need to, I wish I could find that, this it's a little pamphlet, y'all. And it came from the probate at the courthouse that I deal with. And it talks about your caseworker, and it talks about how they're supposed to, like, be attached with you at your hip. Like, if you have a case going on, you should be attached at the hip. They are supposed to be your motivator, your go-getter. Do I have an OnlyFans? No. He aged out. My son, my son was sent to a residential treatment facility in Texas from Georgia, and he was out, and my mother had passed away. And that's what was done. We've never had CPS in our life, nothing. And here they come. And for 2 years, it was horrible. It was just, for something to be in place for over a decade, the guardianship orders, and then for them to come in and just wreck and just tear my family apart and just cause so much turmoil and animosity between people. They should have never involved themselves, So Athena says, thank you, Lauren. I appreciate you, and thank you for coming in, and thank you for stopping by, and I much love to you, my friend, and thank you. Thank you for your support, and I love it. Thank you. And I support you as well, and thank you for showing your love. I appreciate that very much, and keep fighting the fight, and I appreciate it, and we all stand together. Thank you for stopping by, love. So Lauren says, I just saw a comment. Where'd it go? I was 8 years old, but I was kept. Okay, let me get that comment down. Hold on. It says, I was 8 years old when I kept going to the. Sorry, I'm trying to get the comment. See the comments. Let's see if it's up here. All right. I see your. If it would take it off the screen real quick, y'all. Whoa. Okay, there we go. 8 years old. Oops. Whoa. Let's get back. Look, y'all. I'm trying. My computer is slow. It's starting to rain. All right. So Lauren says, was 8 years old when I kept going to the principal's office telling CPS I needed help, and they kept not helping us. And I remember saying, I'm going to change CPS. I knew when I was 8 years old. That's awesome. That is amazing. So that's great. And you seen the corruption then. See y'all, at 8 years old, she saw things that she knew wasn't right with CPS. And like Lauren says, she says, I'm going to change CPS at 8 years old. So she knew when she was 8. And now look at her. She's advocating. And we're going to make these changes. See, we're going to get it done. And because CPS was told to help her by the principal, and they didn't. So what are they doing? Like, all these kids, like, even in the time that these kids were diagnosed with autism, like my son, and my son was normal, y'all, until he turned 3. We laid him down one night, and when he woke up, he was straight back to baby mode. What happened? And then now they're wanting to I can't even talk about it because I probably get kicked. But you know where I'm going with that. This autism is just. But when my son was at this residential treatment facility, y'all, he was. It seemed like he was going back to that mode again, like the baby mode. So there was something triggering that. And something that and also I do have to say, like, the stuff he's been eating out there and had the toxin in his system, and it was he was detoxing and getting it out, like cleansing, and I told y'all all his labs were abnormal, but when I tell you, he's like a totally different, he's back to getting to be himself again. Like, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my boy. Let me find y'all a picture, because he's amazing, and he's come a long way, but he's awesome. He's awesome, y'all. I mean, and I still have to. I'm making this video, y'all, for y'all to see him as he's growing up, and I want to show y'all the changes that he done, that happened to him over a matter of just the 2 years. But look at how he did over this. So Miss Clearwater said, so many foster care, so many foster care. Hold on, y'all. I got a couple of minutes. What time is it? Okay, I still got a minute or two. My computer's slow, guys and gals. My computer. So many private foster care companies and adoption agencies here. There we go. They need kids to keep themselves in business, taking on risk of future harm, mainly, especially if the parents have been through the system. So whether it be the criminal or the CPS, like the system, period. See what I'm saying? It's like, once you're in the system, you're always going to be a target, and that's bad. 20 years from my wife and I, and still fighting. Don't stop fighting. Don't stop fighting, y'all. Steven said, started when he was young. Multiple letdowns with social service, that eventually aged out and gave up. That was your neighbor. See, and so they never took him or anything. They just let it. They never helped. Period. See, and there's times like that I wish the kids would have gotten the help, because you never know where these kids, it messes with their development and everything. Like, you got to think, these kids need love, nurturing, and everything, and you don't leave a child alone like that, and the parents that are doing that, shame on you, shame on y'all. Now this is a picture of my youngins, like my sons. This is my nanny and my mother. My nanny passed before my mom. My nanny was my son's best friend. She is the one that made my son who he is today, like the gentleman, the kind, be kind to others. If it wasn't for my grandmother, my son would I don't know what I would have did when he went back to straight baby mode, because I hit my knees, y'all. Like, it was just a total. I mean, my brother can't even still tell you how I did, and I was lost, sent to live with family, then just went back. Oh, so he did go live with family. Okay, so he just poor kid, bless his heart. Don't give up, everybody, right? Can't stop our daughters having it rough. Oh, Luis, I'm so sorry to hear that. And don't stop. My name's Danielle, and I can't stop. I'm in this, and we're gonna get this taken care of. So this is my mother. Let's see, my nanny, my mom. My mom's the one that passed in 2022. My son's next to her in the red, and then my daughter is the one on the end. That's my oldest daughter. So that's this is the people. That's 2 women that were very involved and very much role models in my son's life. They had a lot to do with my mom and my nanny. Okay. So, and then, that's my son when he was little, and that was my best, my papa. See him? And that's who, he looked at my nanny the day after Mother's Day and said, Mama, I can't hang on anymore. Take care of that little boy. That was my papa. And she kept her word. She passed in 2018. So let me show you. Look, this is this handsome feller. That's him when he was little. My son, that's Alex. Him, cutie patootie. What? Look at that smile, y'all. And let me show y'all a picture of him recently. Like, it's a total culture shock. Like, it's a shocker. Like, he you would never think. I mean, he was being silly in this one. He got his adult teeth. Darren's your wife's cousin. Okay. I talked to Darren's wife today on the phone. That's Alex. And let's see what else. I'm trying to find the picture of him when he just here recently. Y'all, it's so remember this picture, y'all. Thank you. Licking County Monday. What happened? Let's find this picture. Because I gotta get off the show, y'all. It's not okay. So okay, that's you're my best friend, ain't you? This is a video of my son. This is my baby when he was out at Devereaux. This was I'll tell you right now. This was September 25th, 2023. He was out at Devereaux in Texas, okay? This is my buddy. I love you're my best friend, ain't you?
Best friend, Danielle.
Did the camera freeze?
No, Danielle, no.
So you can see me?
Yes, Danielle.
Am I sitting still? No, that is 2023. Do you see his face, the way that he looks? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
You see me now? I'm waving, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He started laughing at me. So you've been working on, did you make your bed? Did you do your responsibilities?
Yes, Danielle.
Like his mustache, y'all? So look, when you have your little meetings with and stuff, do they give you objectives to work on? Like, have you been working on your goals? They call them not busy. They were. I know you've been but see how he looks down him at that time? Because that you go, there's a moment where he was, and then whoever got around him, which was an adult staff member there, and you see how he looked. Did y'all see his look? And he just looking over his shoulder. I mean, just what? Are you getting tired, Bubba? Did you already take your medicine?
Yes. Yes, Danielle.
Oh, don't be mad. Don't be mad at me. I didn't mean to get you out of the shower. I'm sorry. You went from being happy to having the shower, don't you? I love you.
Me too, Danielle.
I love you more, Bubba. Alex. Oh, there's my baby. I love it. See, that's I love you more. I love that smile. He was smiling. Look. And that's a good visit right there. But there's other visits. He's worried. I could show plenty, but y'all see. I need to find the picture because I need to hurry up. Sorry y'all. Y'all got me going. I saw the picture of him. This is him at the Special Olympics, right there. See him? He's chilling. Like, look, when I tell y'all he got tall, I don't know what happened. Like, that boy, he was short. And this was just, like, that was 2017. And he just, it's like, he was taller than me before I knew it. Like, wow. Let me find, this is, alright. That's him and my nanny. And that was at my younger brother's wedding. See, that's my nanny. That was his best friend. See that? That's my nanny and his great grandmother. Yeah. And he's just sitting there just so patiently. They were inseparable, y'all. They were inseparable. Let's find this photo of my son, y'all. Let's see. Oh yeah, we don't want that. That was my son. That was another smiley moment of his. I love it. Okay, I know the picture's on here, y'all. I want y'all to see this picture. And y'all remember what I just showed you in that visit, compared to what he looks like in this picture. Some of y'all have already seen it, but a lot of us have not. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not fair. It's what are they doing? All right, let's find it. Right. Y'all, I must run out of storage space a lot because this is just... All right, let me find it. Where's it at? I know it's got... Come on, picture. He was at Burger King, and we were at Burger King, and Just look at his demeanor. Just look at his whole, just the look, his looks. And you could tell the look on his, like, his facial, I mean, his, just everything about, he changed. It was different. It was very different, y'all. That's not cool at all. Here we go. March. It came on March. All right, there we go. Look at this. Y'all see? See him? Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? See how his face, his whole facial, I mean, and he's pale. He's white as a ghost. Like, he's very pale in that picture. I had one of him. Okay, this is him. Look at the blank stare. He looks like better in this one. This was before his outburst. He's tall, but see him out the blank stare? See it? This is recently when we got him home from Texas. Do you see the look? So go back to the video visit I just showed you and what he looked like. He was talkative and everything. See the blank stare in him? That look right there was also the same look that he had also when my mother passed and he was taken from my parents' home when she first passed away. And when he first entered the state's care, he was hollow. He was just, it was something that you would never think that you would have to go through. Like, this is my kids right here. This is my kiddos. See them? My son, my daughter, and my daughters. I mean, my son and my daughters. Yep, that's my babies. That's Alex is over here, and then my middle one's my 17-year-old. And then my daughter, she's got a track meet tomorrow, as a matter of fact. That's my babies. Yeah. If y'all can really see their faces, I don't think y'all can you? See them? Oops. Let's turn that. Can you? Oops. Well, that's not cool. Can you see them now? See those babies? That's Alex, Layla, and Audrey. My middle one is the one that is with the aunt or the family member that is like toxic. Yeah. But my kids are not they're still with the 3 separate like guardians or family members. This is my son again. That was 2017. I've got more of them. I've got plenty of them. I've got a lot of them, my son. I've got a lot. So do y'all see the changes? Do y'all see the difference in him? This is my mother. This is my mom now. And then I'm going to have to end the show. See this? That's mom. Hold on. This is my mama. There's mom. That's the one that passed. She passed away, and see, if she was still here, I can almost guarantee you that my son would have never had to ever go through what he had. This is my protector, and she's my angel. It's my mother. We look, that's Ma. She's missed. It was a surprise that she passed away. Totally unexpected. Was not something that I would ever think would happen, and it did. And this is my son when he and first time the first time I got to see him after he got in state custody. And look at his confused look. He just looks confused, lost. See him? Look at that confused look. That's the one and only time I got to hug him before he got sent out to Devereaux. So, y'all, I'm gonna show more videos and stuff. You know what? That's what I'm gonna start doing. We're gonna start getting the story out there. We're gonna start sharing what's going on in these institutions and everything. It's time for these kids that are isolated to be heard. My son would want to bring them home from the facility with him, and I would have welcomed them in my home just like I would any child. they're more than welcome. And they would have the love and support and care they would need, a nurturing home that maybe their family couldn't provide, because there was a time I was like that. And that's why I asked my family for help. I'm not afraid to share my story. I'm not afraid to share the dark parts of my life in the past. I'm not afraid to talk about that. I'm also not afraid to share my faults. I'm not perfect. I'm a long ways from being perfect, but you know what? I deserve. I can be a mother. I can be my mom, my kid's mother. My mother passed unexpectedly, Debbie. They're saying it was a pulmonary embolism. It's hard to, that's what they're saying. I don't know for sure. The way I was done with my mother's, after all this, after she passed, I was pretty much left out of everything. Because of my family member. I don't know why. Maybe I'll never get answers. I don't know. But I did make it to my mother's cremation. She always said I was going to be late to my own funeral, but I wasn't late to hers. And there's just some open-ended questions with the whole story behind that, with my family and my mother. But I do know that she didn't suffer, and she is cremated. And but she's very well missed. And it was just a shocker to the whole family, because that's my mother was the go-to person. She was the private investigator. She was the neighborhood mom. She was grandma. She was my mom. She was mama. I mean, me and my mom talked almost every day for the last 5 years before she passed. We I think it was 2016, 2017. We started talking, and we were talking every day. She was sending me laughing emojis and positive things, and I even talked to her 5 minutes before she passed. So it's still fresh with me. I got my disabled brother here with me, and it still hurts. It was not something that we ever expected that soon. She was only 60, and mom's in heaven now, and she's an angel, and she's with her best friend, which is my nanny. So she's watching over me, and I'll tell you, she's keeping me out of some pickles, I know. And y'all, I'll do a video on my story from start to finish, because it's something that you would never think. And why was CPS ever involved? If they were never involved for over a decade, why 6 months before my son's 18? Because you know why? Money, y'all. Money's greed, and you'll be surprised how far people will take things to get it. Okay? All right, everybody. Y'all be good. Be safe. Keep fighting. And until next time, watch out for I believe it's Tiffany Bonner's show. Brenda is your show on tonight. I think hers is on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Not too sure. I'll be back tomorrow, 5 o'clock, 5:30. Be looking out. I'll send out a notification. I'm also going to try StreamYard too, to stream on here as well. But y'all be good, be safe, and keep fighting the fight. And I'll see y'all on May 18th. Bye, everyone. Be here tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and love you guys and gals. Bye, everybody.
In the heartland and the cities, from coast to rolling plains, kids are crying out for justice, trapped in foster care chains. Promises were broken and dreams turned into dust, in a system built on power where no one we can trust. Let's burn bridges of deception, light a fire for what's right. Tear down walls of silence, bring the truth into the light. For the children who are voiceless, for the hearts that feel alone, we'll stand and fight together till every child finds a home. They say it's for their safety, they say it's for their good, but behind those empty phrases, we see them misunderstood. Families torn asunder by a system cold and blind. It's time to raise our voices and leave no child behind.